Hi, welcome back to Brave Talk. This is Elena.
This is Brooklyn.
And this is Cadence.
And we have Alan on the soundboard. We have some announcements, and here's our announcer.
What's up? It's Dill. For the SAT, April 7th will be the next registration date, but the actual SAT test date will be March 11th.
Today we have Lindsay with us. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Lindsay. I'm a sophomore at Logan Elm, and I swim for the high school team.
How long have you been swimming for?
I've been swimming for about 8 years, ever since 3rd grade.
What got you into swimming?
When I was younger, my parents put me into swim lessons, and the swim instructor thought it'd be a good idea for me to join the swim team, so I joined and started from there.
Did you actually, love it right away, or did you kind of think that it was, kind of like a punishment?
I kind of hated it at first, and I was, scared of swimming, I guess, and, I didn't know how to do anything, and it was bad, actually, until, 2 or 3 years into it.
So when do you think you, fell in love with it to, be so good?
I think I eventually liked it the most when I joined the team in Lancaster, and that's when I found, my closest friends and coaches who understood me the most, and that was, 4 years ago, so, yeah.
Okay, so last week we had the Walk of Champions. How did you keep a level head going into state?
I was not all that nervous going into state, and I was just really excited to be there. So I guess the lack of nerves kept me level-headed, I guess.
And what is your fastest time you've ever swam?
The fastest time I've ever swam is in the 200 free, and I went a 1:55.1 about a year ago.
So, how many laps is that?
It's 8 laps for a 200.
Woo! Okay.
When you went to state, what events were you in?
I qualified in the 200 free and the 500 free.
And what was your, personal record?
At states, so when you go to states, it's like a prelim final meet, and you swim one day and then go back and swim the same thing the next day. And I did my best in the 200 at prelims, and I went a 1:55.2. And then in the 500, I did my best at finals and won a 5:08.6.
How many laps for each did you do?
So the 200 has 8 laps, but the 500 has 20 laps.
Oh my god! Do you ever get out of breath when you're swimming? I don't know if that's swimming and running is different, but
it is different, but it's very similar. And I don't really feel out of breath until the second I hit the wall, and then it all rushes over me, and I'm exhausted, and I can't get out of the pool.
Oh my gosh, I've been wondering this. How do you keep track of what lap you are on?
When I swim the 200, it just is natural to me, I guess, because I know how long I've been swimming. But in the 500, you get a counter, and the counter keeps track for you.
And who is your counter?
It changes every meet, I guess, just depending on who was there. But at states, in prelims, it was someone from the Chillicothe swim team, and then at finals, it was my boyfriend who swims.
This might be an odd question, but what are you thinking about when you're swimming?
In the 200, I typically have an empty mind just because it goes by so fast, but in the 500, I like to sing songs in my head.
What song do you usually pick?
It's just a lot of Taylor Swift.
Old Taylor Swift or new Taylor Swift?
It kind of just depends on what I've been listening to before I swim. And typically the last song I was listening to is what I had in my head. At States, I had Bad Blood in my head because I listened to it behind the blocks.
That's funny.
Okay, so I was wondering, what is your go-to meal before any meets?
I don't really have a go-to meal, but my go-to snack is peanut M&Ms and pretzel crisps.
Do you think they give you the energy to succeed?
I think I've just made it something in my head that tells me I need to eat them before I swim, and if I don't, I won't do good. I don't know if it's true or not, but it works.
Obviously, it's working.
Yeah. Is there a long wait in between your events?
It just depends on the meet, and like at a dual meet or a smaller meet, I guess, it won't be that long, and it'll be like 20 minutes or whatnot. But at states, it was about an hour and a half in between my events.
What do you do during that time?
I like to like stay loose and walk around the pool, maybe listen to music, Taylor Swift, watch TikTok. I don't know, just stay relaxed.
So you can't change during your meets, right? So like, what do you do with that?
I just put on like a hoodie over my swimsuit to stay warm because it's freezing most of the time, or like put my sweatpants back on over my swimsuit. It just depends.
Okay.
So you're bringing multiple outfit changes for sure.
There are a lot of outfit changes.
I know we talked about like how you don't really lose your breath when you're swimming or whatever, but how do you control your breathing like when you're swimming?
I breathe every stroke when I swim. So like I take a stroke and then I breathe, and then I take another stroke and then I breathe. But I don't really seem to be able to hold my breath that long compared to other swimmers, I guess. And I don't know, I guess I breathe whenever I have to. Yeah.
How long did it take you to get that technique down?
It's getting better, I guess, because my coaches used to be on me a lot about my breath control, but it's getting a lot better.
That's good.
I was wondering if any colleges have talked to you about swimming yet.
No colleges have contacted me personally because they're not allowed to until junior year, but colleges like Ohio State and Cincinnati have contacted my coaches.
Do you want to go to Cincinnati?
Cincinnati is probably my top pick in Ohio if I had to go in-state, but I don't know about out-of-state yet.
Why is Cincinnati your top pick in Ohio?
My best friend swims at Cincinnati, and she graduated last year, and she's like done a lot there, and I like their Division I, and they're in a good conference, and Cincinnati's a good school, so I think it'd be good.
If you could go out of state, where would you go?
Probably somewhere sunshiny and happy, because Ohio's not happy.
That's true. So I would agree with you.
Like the Carolinas or Florida or something like that.
After the state competition last week, can you qualify for nationals?
So after states, swimming was done for the high school team, and now it's just my club team, the Lancaster Y. And this weekend coming up is our championship meet, and then in 3 weeks we'll go to North Carolina for a week for nationals.
So how many days of the week that you're going to be in North Carolina are you actually going to be swimming?
All 5.
Holy crap.
How do you keep up with that?
So it's really tiring, but I think the group of people who go to nationals are really fun and supportive, and I guess that being in North Carolina and not having to be at school makes it better, but
Oh, definitely.
but at the same time it's a lot because it's also a prelim final meet every single day, so it's like swimming 10 times.
So, like, what time will you get up, and will it basically be like get up, swim, go out throughout your day, and then go straight to bed for the next day?
Well, so I would wake up at like 6:30 or 7 in the morning and then be at the pool by like 8 and warm up, and the meet starts at like 9. And then I'd swim prelims and it'd be done by like noon. And then I'd go eat somewhere, probably go back to our hotel and take a nap, and then go back to the pool around 4:30 to warm up again and do it for 5 days.
Holy crap.
So you get no beach time?
No beach time. It's really sad.
That sucks. And no shopping time? Like, what?
Well, sometimes if we're really that bored on the last few days, we like to go shopping or just do something more fun than sit in our hotel room, because my mom gets bored and I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
What is a tech suit?
A tech suit is a really compressed suit, and for girls at least, it goes past, like, it goes all the way down your thighs, and it's just to, like, I guess compress everything into one. And for guys, it's just a really tight suit around their legs, I guess.
Do you think it makes a difference when you're swimming?
I personally think it makes a difference because it's a different material than normal tech suits, and like it's like quote unquote water resistant, so the water just kind of goes over it, and I think it makes me go faster.
Have you tried swimming in like a regular swimsuit compared to that one?
Yeah, and there's like at sectionals I swam in my regular swimsuit and I won a 159, but at states I swam in my tech suit and I won a 155, so it's like a 4-second difference.
Dang.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us. This is a very eye-opening interview. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. Well, good luck at nationals. We'll be cheering you on here from the not so sunny state of Ohio.
Thank you.
Check us out on YouTube next week.